Hello everyone, how are we all doing today? Welcome to Edale, lovely place in the Peak District. I'm here for a couple of nights camping, and this tent I've got behind me, it's the Coleman Chimney Rock 3 tent. It's a blackout tent as well. I thought I'd do a quick review on it because having looked online I could hardly find any reviews at all on the tent. I've had it about a year now. I've used it a few times, and yeah, I'm really impressed with it. It's massive inside. As I say, it's called the Chimney Rock 3, and it is a 3-person tent. There's ample room inside for 3 people, but I wouldn't say it's a backpacking tent at all. It weighs in at a hefty 6.9 kilos. Having said that, if there are 3 of you and you can split it up between yourselves, then I'm quite sure you could probably get away with it. But I wouldn't want to like to carry it myself. It cost me about £260, and I couldn't find anywhere in the UK that actually sold them. I had to order this from a place in France, I believe. Now the trouble with that these days is you could obviously get hit with import charges. Luckily I didn't on this occasion. It seems really hit and miss when you buy stuff from abroad as to whether you're actually going to get these import charges in addition. So if you are looking at something like this and you have to import it from abroad, just be aware that you might get some import charges. Anyway, let's have a look around the tent and see what we've got. Yeah, so this is the tent, the Coleman Chimney Rock 3 tent. As I say, it's plenty big enough for 3 people, and we'll have a look inside in a little while. Excuse me. It took me about, I'd say about 30 minutes to put it up myself. It is fairly easy to put up. There's no problems at all, and it's all pretty simple really. As you can see, you've got the Coleman logo there. The Coleman logo down here as well, Chimney Rock 3. It says blackout bedroom, 4,500mm hydrostatic head, 50 plus UV protection and fire retardant. I've had this tent in some wind and some rain, not massive gales or anything like that, and not really a massive downpour, but it has rained. It's been perfectly fine, although there is one design flaw that I'll point out to you in a short while. And as you can see on this side, we've got a door on this side, full zips, top and bottom, so you can unzip it at the top if you want to and let a bit of breeze in. Moving round the tent, you've got clear plastic window on either side. You can't see in at the moment because it does have a flap that comes down on the inside for privacy, and you've got a vent point just here, although they're not that good, these vents. Again, we've got another door on the front, and again you've got your plastic window with the vent. Got another door on this side, so you've got 3 doors for the porch area, so there's plenty of scope for opening it all up and getting some breeze through and everything. This is the sleeping end of the tent, again the Coleman logo, and you've got a nice big vent at the back. That's plenty of air in. As you can see, it's quite wide under there. As I say, it took me about 30 minutes to put this tent up, and it is fairly simple. You've just got the 3 poles. Now the 2 end poles, and that one, they're the same length, so it doesn't matter which end you put them in. The middle pole, that's a bit bigger, but it is colour coded. It has got some red on the pole itself, and you just match it up to the red sleeve. So that's the exterior of the tent. I'll just point out the design flaw. You'll see inside, once we get inside, that it is a bucket type ground sheet inside. Now I don't know if this is going to show very well on camera, but you have got a sloping side. Now when you open the door in the morning, if there's a lot of dew or it has been raining and there's a lot of water settled on the tent, just by unzipping it, you're obviously vibrating it, and you can see that goes down there, and it actually drips into the bucket ground sheet. The only way I've found around that is actually just unclipping the ground sheet and pulling it in a bit so that the water doesn't drip into it. So that's a Coleman Chimney Rock 3. Let's take a look inside. Okay, so let's take a look inside the tent. You've got these stone flaps for the zips. As I say, you've got the bathtub style ground sheet. You can take that down if you want. And this is what I said about the rain dripping in. This bathtub ground sheet is further out than this top part, so the rain comes down and goes straight into your ground sheet. All I do is I just unclip it from these clips here and then just pull it back a bit. There's absolutely loads of room in here for 3 people, no problem at all. I mean, it's quite tall. I'm 6 foot tall. I can just about, well, I can stand up, but obviously I have to stoop over a bit. At the front there you've got that big door. You can roll that up and then secure it with these toggles at the top. You've got your ventilation points there on either side, and just here, like I say, that is the plastic window. With this you can roll this up and again secure it with that toggle so that you've got plenty of light coming in. You've got these 2 doors on either side. You've got 2-way zips so that you can unzip that and let a bit of ventilation in if you need it. The only thing is a bit strange is that the ground sheet is actually sewn onto the sleeping compartment, just all along there. That means that if you were going to split the weight up between 3 of you, it makes it a bit more difficult. If that was completely separate, then obviously you could just roll this up, roll the sleeping compartment up, and you'd have 3 sort of different weights that you could share between you. The sleeping compartment itself, it does collapse if you want to. You've got this colour coded tag so you know exactly where to fit it if you are going to collapse the sleeping compartment. I don't, I keep it all together, roll it up all together. It just saves messing about when you're erecting the tent. Now you've got these 2 zips here. Coleman say this is a safety feature. You see the little orange tag there? It's apparently so that if there is an emergency in the middle of the night, you know exactly where your zips are going to be, so you can get out quickly. Unzip that there. As you can see, the zips are very smooth. I don't know if you can make out in there, the sleeping compartment is absolutely huge. You'd have no problem at all fitting 3 people in there with the sleeping mats and everything. Got a couple of pockets on either side. That's about it. There's not actually anywhere to hang anything. There's no toggles or a bit of string or anything like that on the roof. As I say, you have got plenty of room though for 3 people. Now this top zip here, this section here, you can actually unzip it from the inside and it's like a mesh screen, so that it does allow more ventilation to get through. Yeah, as I say, I love this tent. For one person it's absolutely huge. I certainly use it for car camping, like I've done this time. Just park the car up, pitch the tent for a couple of nights and use this as my base. As I mentioned earlier, it's got a hydrostatic head of 4,500, so that should be plenty protection enough for most of the weather that we get in UK. Yeah, I can highly recommend this tent if it's something that you're looking at.